Man, I have so many stories from the notary business. It is crazy. So today, I almost got arrested. This actually isn't the first time that this has happened. 13 years as a notary, I got tons of stories. But so, anyways, today, just another crazy story. Got someone called me up and asked me if I could help them to notarize a power of attorney at the hospital. So go to the hospital and we go up to, I think it was the third floor, and she, the lady talks with the nurse for a little bit, and I guess the nurse told her that only two people could go in at a time, and so just the lady who was hiring me and myself just went in, and I guess the lady told the nurse that the reason why I could go in was because I was like the patient's son-in-law, which I didn't even know this. And so the other witnesses, since there was only two allowed in at a time, just waited out in the lobby. And so we go in, and this was the behavioral health section of the hospital, which I didn't really fully understand. But afterwards, I learned that this was basically the people who are deemed like mentally incompetent. So I meet with the patient, which he seemed totally fine. I asked him if he understood what he was signing, and he understood as a power of attorney. And so he signed the documents, and then afterwards, on our way out, all of a sudden, this big burly nurse lady comes up, and what do you guys, what was he signing and everything? And so the lady who hired me was just, oh yeah, he was signing a power of attorney. And what? He was signing a power of attorney? He wasn't supposed to be doing that. And are you her attorney? And I'm like, no, I'm not her attorney. I'm just a notary. What? You're a notary? You lied to me and told me that you were his son-in-law. And I'm like, I didn't lie to you, lady. Like, I did not, I didn't tell you anything. You didn't ask me who I was. And she's like, you were engaged in fraudulent activity because, I was under the impression that you were a family, and that's the only reason why you were supposed to be back there. And the next thing you know, some more nurses coming out, and, you're not supposed to be doing this with this patient. This patient is mentally incompetent, and this is completely not allowed, and this is fraudulent activity. Next thing you know, the doctor comes out, and then the security comes out, and then the security starts calling the police, like, yeah, we're going to need a deputy over here. And at that moment, I was like, all right, look, I'm out of here. I haven't notarized anything yet. I didn't put my stamp on anything. I didn't sign anything. This is getting way too sketchy for me. I was just called and hired just to do this notary job. But I'm not, willing to lose my whole business over this, so I'm out of here. And so I left. And then afterwards, my mom called me. I told my mom about what happened, and then a little bit while later, my mom called me and told me that the deputy sheriff called her and was looking for me and everything. And so then I called him back, and he was all saying how I lied because I said I was a family, which I was like, look, the people, whoever can scroll back the cameras, listen in. I did not lie and say that I was a family member. The only thing I said was that I was notary public. Never said I was a family. If she said that I was a family member, that's on her. But I didn't say that. And so and I was like, and I didn't notarize anything. I didn't sign anything. I didn't stamp anything. So really, I didn't do anything. As soon as I saw this was sketchy, I left. And he's like, well, I'm just telling you what I heard and everything. And he's like, because good thing you didn't notarize anything, or else you could potentially lose your commission and get charged with fraudulent activity. And but that was it. So pretty crazy. I got lots of crazy stories. Really, the bottom line from this situation is that if you feel something is sketchy when you're getting hired to do a notary, if it doesn't feel right, then don't be afraid to walk out on it, even if you don't get paid, make your money. I've walked out plenty of times on appointments where it just felt like not like this. Hey, this is going to come back to bite me, and it's not worth it to make, even though it's so tempting because you're going to get a quick $100 or something, but it's not worth it to have to go to court or deal with police. Like my sister, she's had to go to the police station before over things she's notarized. Very rarely. I've actually done really good where in my career I've never had to go to court. I've never had to go to the police station over something I've notarized, so knock on wood. And it's because, I'm cautious. I always make sure I see ID, that I see identification. If they don't have identification, I won't notarize it. If they seem like they're in a vegetative state, like they're a vegetable, then I won't do it. And and don't be afraid to say no to the assignment. If it doesn't feel right, then don't be afraid to say no. So because I walked out on it, it saved me. I could have potentially gotten arrested, lost my commission, my whole business over that. So don't be afraid to to say no and to walk out if it doesn't feel right to you. It's not worth losing your whole business over one little notary job. So just a quick story. I got tons more that would blow your mind, crazier stories than that. Maybe I'll share some in the future someday. But that's another cool thing about this business. Is every day there's different stories, different scenarios. I never know where I'm going to end up. I've ended up at the craziest locations, met with people of every kind of career and profession you could imagine, and it keeps it interesting. So just another day, lots more good videos coming your way. Until next time, have a great day, a great week, a great month, a great year. Let's make it a great life. See ya.